Hi guys, so it turns out I cannot be in the class today, but I am going to leave a video for your assignment. What you can do is watch the video and then pause it as needed, or you can just watch the whole thing and start working, okay? I am going to need you to go to your classwork tab here at the very top. You click it, and then today you're going to need two things. You're going to need your online journal and this Southpaw story right here, the one that we've been working on. So if you go to your journal and you click it, you would be going to the vocabulary. So the vocabulary is going to be found on, well, specifically on mine, it would be on slide number 7. Let me move me over here. Slide number 7 and slide number 8. Okay, so you can see slide number 7 has like a light blue circle and it says October 26th through the 30th. This is for last week. Okay, this week has November 2nd through November 6th. So you are going to be doing the vocabulary for both paired selections. Where can you find the paired selections? Well, you find them over here under classwork again, and you click Southpaw. We're on the same team. So you would click that, and you can split your screens. And when I mean split your screens, it's you grab and hold and you take it out. And then see where I'm at over here? There's like the restore button in the middle. You click that. Okay, and then you would do the same thing for this page. You click, wait, up there. Just kidding. You click that and then you just split your screen. So let me move me. So that way you can have both of these open at the same time. Mess with it. This is up to you and your comfort level. So let me show you what we're doing. Okay, so again, just move it around like this. Watch what I'm doing on the screen. Mess with it so we don't have to be going back and forth. You should have both of these things open. So if I go to, okay, slide number 7, and I am going to, what did I do? Sorry, Miss Espinosa. Miss Espinosa, get it together. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in right here. I can either click the zoom in button, the little magnifying glass, and go to like 100%. That's an option. Okay, and again, this is the October 26th through the 30th. Make sure you're on that slide. It should have a light blue circle right there. And I go back over here to my Southpaw story. Okay, I do the same thing. I zoom in, I go to 100%, and I see some of the vocabulary that I had from my story from Southpaw last week. So what I can do is, sorry guys, get me. Okay, I'm on the right one. Okay, what I can do is I click it, and I want to do the word cavities or former. So you can pick, well, we'll do former. Okay, I type in the word former, and I look for the context, the sentence that it's being used in here. Your former friend, Janet. I'm taking a look right here. Okay, so I'm going to get a text box, the little T that says text box. I click context and I open it up. Okay, there I would be typing in your former friend, comma, Janet. Closing my quotation marks, and I know that's from paragraph number 1, P1. Okay, I can move it to my liking. I can place it right up here. Your former friend, Janet. Done, done. Now I want to look up the definition. So I can open up a new tab on this one. And you can either just check Google, type in the word former, or you can do learnersdictionary.com. Learnersdictionary.com. And press enter. Your page should look like this. Okay, I click it and I type in the word former. It used to say what someone or something was in the past, existing in the past, the first one or two things or people that have been mentioned. Okay, so there's 3 definitions. Well, there's actually 2 definitions. That's an extra. one definition right here, the second one right here. This is going to be up to you. You need to find the correct definition for your sentence, for your context. So I like this one more. Used to say what someone or something was in the past. So your former friend Janet, this means that Janet was his friend in the past. That's what former means. You add in a text box, and then you can right click it and paste it in. Okay, that's an option. Or you can click on your keyboard, Control CTRL, it's the button in the bottom left corner, at the very bottom, V. Oh, what did I do? Oops, wrong thing. Okay, so let me, I didn't copy it, that's why. Right click, copy, right click, paste. See, I'm copying it from here and I'm gluing it over here. Okay, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, however you want to move your font around. I have my definition. Now I need my part of speech. And right here it says adjective. It's a describing word. So I get my text box and I place it right here and I type in the word adjective. Okay, it's describing the friend, a friend from the past. Okay, Janet. And then to add in an image, you would go to insert. Let me make this bigger for a second. This will be easier. Let me move me down here. And I go to click insert, image, search the web. And you can look up the word former. Okay, see what pops up? Okay, I don't like any of these. Former friend. Oh, that's kind of sad. Making inferences. Okay, so here the inference is that the person died. That's awful. Okay, something in the past. I don't like any of these. Okay, ooh, okay, so this was like history, things back then. I like this. Past, present, future. Let's do that. Okay, I just clicked it and dragged it, or you can click the picture and click insert. And if the picture ends up this big, grab the corner, click and hold and put it down over here, and you put it just like this. Okay, and that is how you do that. This is for the first story. This is for Southpaw vocabulary. It's your responsibility to look at the rest of the story and do the rest of the vocabulary words. You have former, you have cavities, and then you just keep going through the slides. This is not something new to us. You know how to do it. Okay, permanent. Now I'm going to help you out with the second one. The second story, we're on the same team. So let me grab myself over here and let me go to slide number 8. Slide number 8 has a dark blue tealish circle. And the date is November 2nd through November 6th, which is this week, the story for this week. So if I were to look at my slide number 4, okay, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I know that one of my vocabulary words was technique. And my sentence was, requires an athlete to master a very specific technique for each skill. That is the sentence I'm using for as a context. So I'm gonna grab this over here. I'm gonna type in the word technique if my Wi-Fi would hurry up. Okay, sorry guys. Technique. Make sure you spell it correctly. You can highlight, make it a little bit smaller, move it as needed, use the keyboard. That's your first word. Insert a text box. And we're gonna get the sentence from here to place it over here. But you're gonna have to type it out. Okay, so this is where I get a little, sorry guys, I'm in my way. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller and I'm gonna need to make this one a little bit bigger. I'm zoomed in a lot, so I'm gonna zoom out. Okay, I put it at 50. I don't see that. I'm going to put it at 100. I still don't see it. I'm going to place it at 200. Much better. Requires an athlete to master a very specific technique for each skill. Requires an athlete to master a very specific skill. I cannot type right now. I'm going to make my font smaller. Requires an athlete to master a very specific technique for each skill. Close my quotation marks. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller too so I can see everything. And I am getting it from paragraph number 4 right here. So I would be writing paragraph 4. Okay. All right. That is the sentence I'm needing to find the correct definition. I go back to learnersdictionary.com. I click and I type in technique. Okay. It says a way of doing something by using special knowledge or skills, the way that a person performs basic physical movements or skills. I don't want both definitions. I only want the right one of them. So if I look back at my sentence right here, up there, right? Requires an athlete to master a very specific skill. If I see athlete, I'm thinking, okay, they have to be a very physical person. I'm thinking PE. Oh, PE means physical education. Okay, that already comes up. And then I see the word skill. Second one. I look over here. Which one matches this? This is my better definition. The way that a person performs a basic physical movement. Okay, how do they do it? So I'm going to click copy. And I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to insert a text box, the letter T. And I place it right over here under definition. Okay, right click it and just click and paste. And my definition pops up. Rewatch that part if you needed to. Listen to what I said. Or you can just write it on paper and then transfer it. Completely up to you. It's your responsibility to figure out how you're going to do your work. Okay, as long as it gets done. I also need the part of speech. So I'm going to see over here. My part of speech will always be under the word. Just be really careful. It might change for the definition. But luckily it says noun. So my part of speech is a noun. Same thing, grab a text box, place it in there, type in noun. One last refresher on how to insert a photo, an image. You go to insert, image, search the web. And you can type in technique. Technique. Can't spell it. Spell it right, guys. Okay. Click enter. And okay, there's people like performing something. There's people measuring. Not a fan. I don't like it. I'm gonna look up the word maybe skill, or I can even look up athlete. You know what? Let me look up athlete. Okay, so I see somebody running, practicing, running, more running. Okay, let's look at, I like this one. Okay, insert. I can see that this person is really practicing the way that they have their hands. Okay, it's out. They're doing a certain motion for it. They're pointing their feet in a certain way. This is a skill that they need. This is a technique that they're working on that makes them better performing. Okay, this is the image I will use. It's a physical process. Okay. It'll show up big, just click a corner and just drag it out. Okay. And that is that. So your responsibility is to do all of the other words. There might be more than four per each one. Just do four. Pick the words that you want. You can do technique and you can do former. But in total, you need to have 8 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Good luck. Send me a text if you need anything, and I will see you tomorrow. If I could. Okay. Bye.